afternoon, whatever it may be. I think it's about 2 o'clock here. It is, I believe it's February 13th, 2017. I was thinking back to 1979. I turned 12 years old in December of that year. I went from 6th grade to 7th grade. Saw my first Kiss concert. Had to look online for some of this, but see if I can remember all of it. Some other things that happened in 1979 were Michael Jackson released Off the Wall, kind of propelling him to solo superstardom. The Who concert in Cincinnati happened where I believe it was 11 or 13 people got trampled to death. That was terrible. There was a tsunami in Nice, France that I had never heard of until today. Killed a bunch of people. Anwar Sadat and Menachem Begin signed a peace treaty. Remember that? Carter was president. The SALT II talks. The SALT II treaty got signed. That was the Strategic Arms Limitation Treaty between the U.S. and Russia. What else happened? Margaret Thatcher got elected as Prime Minister, or got appointed. I'm not sure which of those things applies or applied in 1979. It may be different now. What else happened? There were so many things on that list. Anyway, something else that happened in 1979 was this bag of, not this bag, but this tobacco inside this bag was made, not in general, but this exact tobacco. This is half and half that was made in 1979, sent to me by Leo Aldipold, and flash forward 38 years, he also sent me this pipe, and I have filled it up with some of that half and half. I'm going to smoke it, see what happens. I've never had half and half, so this is going to be a new experience for me in all accounts. New pipe, new tobacco, first time smoking something really old. So if it's any different than regular half and half, I won't be able to tell you. Just light it up and see what happens. So far, so good. It does taste kind of like it smells, at least on that first light. Still pretty smooth. My palate sucks. Kind of getting some kind of fruity flavor, like raisiny fig kind of flavor, plum. It's not bad or anything. It's got a little bit of fruity kind of sweetness associated with it. Much more so on the aftertaste. After 10 or 15 seconds, I can taste it quite a bit more. It has gone out, however, which is unusual. Let's see what happens here. What else happened in 1979? What happened with you in 1979? Leave me a comment down below. If you A, remember it, B, you're alive. Like I said, I went into 7th grade in 1979. Some of the popular toys that year were, well, at least one that I remember seeing on the list was the Speak and Spell. A few days ago I was researching something and I came across the IEEE list of the most relevant or important technological inventions ever. Things on there like the laying of the transatlantic cable, telegraph, telephone, electric light, transistors, tubes, vacuum tubes, all kind of really important stuff. One of the things that was on that list was the Speak and Spell. And the reason it was on that list was because at the time it was the most advanced and actually the first successful electronic implementation of I don't know what it's called specifically, but it's basically computerized voice, where you can turn, synthesized voice, that's what it was. But the Speak and Spell was actually on the cutting edge of technology when it comes to that. I had no idea until I ran across that list. Thought that was pretty funny. This pipe is pretty nice too. This is a Blakemore Briar's Aristocrat. I have one other Blakemore Briar. It's a little different than this one. It's rusticated or sandblasted. I don't know which. It's not smooth. And it's a little bit more of a, for lack of a better term, a Savinelli 320 shaped kind of bowl. And it's got a little bent stem, a little bend in the stem. Otherwise, they're pretty similar. I like them both a lot. This 1979 half and half is not bad. Probably won't be any mad rush of the YTPC to rush out and find some, but if you do happen to find some, smoke it. I did. I'm pretty sure Leo did. If I'm not mistaken, he found it's a big tin. It may have been 8 ounces or even bigger than that. I don't recall. He shared quite a bit of it, I believe. Gave some of it away, as in a contest. If you don't follow Leo, quick shout out to Leo. If you haven't found Leo's channel, Leo Aldepold, I'll try to remember to put a link down there. Give him a look up. I believe that's the first time I've ever had to pause a video in the middle of a thought. Our meter reader came around and didn't want to be included in this video. So anyway, I was saying, if you haven't followed Leo, give him a follow. Subscribe to him. He is a very interesting fellow. He does some really cool videos out in nature, in his kitchen, wherever. But, I really enjoy watching him. He talks about stuff that, as far as nature stuff, that I never knew anything about, and I find it fascinating. When he's not talking about nature, he's talking about things that make you think a great deal, and I find that fascinating as well. He told a story recently, a very tragic story actually. I'm not going to repeat it all, but about someone that he used to work with that got murdered in, I believe it was Brazil. I dug around on the internet and found her story and some tributes and things like that to her, and the terrible situation. But with anything like that, if you allow it, something good typically comes out of it. And there are several websites. There's a tribute website to her where people have gone and put up photos and poetry and songs and all kinds of stuff like that in memory of her. And it's just like I said, it's sad, but it's a beautiful, beautiful reaction to the people that she loved and that loved her. Anyway, I just thought of that when I was thinking about Leo, so I'm going to go finish this half and half. I hope your Monday and the rest of your week goes well. Leo, thanks again for the stuff, man. I really like this pipe so far. This is only the first smoke, but it's just a really nice pipe. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the McQuaid plug as well. I haven't opened that up yet, but I've had several friends that say, open it up, smoke it, it's good stuff. Pipe Nutter and Big Hippo down in Australia both highly recommend it. And generally speaking, if Pipe Nutter says something's good, it's pretty good. So, with that, I'm going to let you go. Leave me a comment down below. What was happening in your life in 1979? I'm curious. Curious to know where everybody was, and I know there's a few of you, quite a few of you, that won't be able to leave a comment. But I also know there's quite a few that could, so think back what was going on in 1979 and let me know. I'm curious. All right. Have a good day.